Good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. I am Princess Vian P. Laudenio, and I'm going to discuss about the Module 6, Lesson 18 entitled Problem Solving and Creativity. But before that, I will introduce our team. First is Arivalo Danilin. Second, Bailon Angel. Third, Digan Diana. Fourth, Hongko Remy. Fifth, Laudenio Princess. Sixth, Sigwa BJ. Seventh, Wahing Eileen. Before we proceed to our lesson, let me define what is creativity. So creativity involves breaking down the problem to understand it. It also generates ideas to find the most effective solution. Para masolusyonan ang problema, kailangan natin mag-isip or we need to use our creative mind to solve the problem or to find the solution. So, we will proceed to our discussion. Introductions. Problem solving and creativity go hand in hand. You need to be creative in order to solve the problem. It is unfortunate that these are not adequately taught in the classroom. So gaya nga sinabi ko kanina na ang problem is nasosolusyonan kapag ang isang tao is creative. Through experience using hand by hand, like for example in creating experiments in laboratory, hindi mo malalaman kung ano ang mga procedure and materials if hindi mo pag-aaralan. And most of all, if you make an experiment, you need to use your hand to get the results to mix and to get the answer of your question. But unfortunately, hindi lahat ito natuturo sa loob ng classroom. So, we will proceed to next discussion all about Edward Paul Torrance. So, Edward Paul Torrance, known around the world as the father of creativity, for his nearly 60 years of research that became the framework for the field of gifted education. He was a professor of emeritus of educational psychology, invented the benchmark method for quantifying creativity, and arguably created the platform for all research on the subject since. The Torrance test of creative thinking helped shatter the theory that IQ tests alone were sufficient to gauge real intelligence. The tests have solidified what heretofore was only conceptual, namely that creative levels can be scaled and then increased through practice. According to Edward Torrance, so paano ba malalaman kung ang isang bata ay creative to solve the problem? By given a IQ test invented by Alfred Bennett. So IQ test is the intelligence quotient, a measure of someone's intelligence found from special tests. So, for example, the scenario is, one student naglakat sa classroom, 7 a.m., so siya ang nauna, and then nakita niya nga naka-disarrange ang mga bangko, or biskan diin lang nakabutang, and then, so, as a student, nga ikaw una naabot, magamit kit ang creative mind mo, or ang isip mo nga, syempre, pag mag-abot si teacher na nakakalat ang classroom, kalain man. So, as ikaw nauna, i-arrange mo or pangitaan mo sang solution para ma-arrange ang bangko. So, dito pa lang, nagamit mo ang isip mo nga, okay, ang na-disarrange na bangko, I need to fill in nga maka-straight, ma-align siya nga tarong. So, dito pa lang, nakikitaan ka ng IQ is may nalalaman ka through your creative mind. So next is the advanced organizer. Problem-solving creativity. There are two types. First is the Torrance creativity framework. There are 4 types. Fluency, flexibility, elaboration, originality, and the second problem-solving creativity is that creative problem solving or CPS. There are 6 stages of CPS. So the next reporter will discuss all about of this problem solving creativity or the advanced organizer. That's all and thank you.
Good day, ma'am. I am Islander Wahing and I'm going to report the Torrance Framework for Creative Thinking. A common framework for creative thinking processes is described in Torrance 1979. Each aspect is defined below, along with the ways to facilitate the respective aspect by using keywords and application activities. So, the Torrance framework describes four aspects of creative thinking: diplomacy, flexibility, originality, and elaboration. Fluency refers to the production of a great number of ideas or alternate solutions to a problem. Fluency implies understanding, not just remembering information that is learned. So, fluency is the ability to generate a large number of ideas or solutions to a problem. It is about understanding the problem, not just recalling memorized information. Flexibility. Flexibility refers to the production of ideas that show a variety of possibilities or realms of thought. It involves the ability to see things from different points of view, to use many different approaches or strategies. So, flexibility is the ability to generate diverse ideas, showing a variety of possibilities or perspectives. It involves seeing things from different points of view and using many approaches.
Elaboration. Elaboration is the process of enhancing ideas by providing more details. Additional detail and clarity improves interest in and understanding of the topic. So, elaboration is the process of improving ideas by adding more details. It helps clarify and enhance understanding of a topic, making it more engaging and comprehensive. Originality. Originality involves the production of ideas that are unique or unusual. It involves synthesis or putting information about a topic back together in a new way. So, ang originality is refers to generating ideas that are unique or innovative. It involves synthesizing or reorganizing information to present a topic in a fresh, new way.
Creative problem solving or CPS. Creative problem solving or CPS is an intentional process for solving problems and discovering opportunities. It espouses the use of creativity in coming up with solutions, which are not only novel but practical as well. In the 1950s, Alex Osborne described this process in his book, Applied Imagination. Osborne opened the process in the public domain, which meant anyone can use it. Over the years, countless people have utilized the CPS various fields and endeavors. Creative problem solving or CPS, a systematic approach to problem solving that emphasizes creative. It is highlights that CPS is a deliberate process, not just a spontaneous brainstorming used to find solutions that are both novel and practical. Alex Osborne's work, particularly his book Applied Imagination, is cited as instrumental in popularizing CPS by making it publicly available. Osborne's checklist. The origin of classical brainstorming is the roots of creative problem solving or CPS. There are a variety of general structure, define problem, generate possible solution, select and implement the best which can be found extensively in the several different academic traditions. Osborne's checklist as the origin of classical brainstorming and a key components of CPS. A common CPS structure described as define problem, generate possible solutions, select and implement the best is noted as being prevalent in various academic fields.
The following, based on Van Gandhi 1980's discretion, is a very brief skeleton of a very rich process, showing it in its full 6 times 2 stages from first stage, mess finding, sensitive yourself, scan, search for issues, concerns, challenges, opportunities, etc. that need to be tackled. Divergent techniques include wouldn't it be nice if WIBNI and wouldn't it be artful if WIBI, brainstorming to identify desirable outcomes and obstacles to be overcome. Goal is pinpoint the issue. Divergent techniques brainstorming. Use wouldn't it be nice if WIBNI and wouldn't it be artful if WIBAI to generate ideas. For example of WIBNI is wouldn't it be nice if all students completed their project on time. And for example of WIBAI is wouldn't it be artful if students didn't understand the project instructions. Divergent techniques include the identification of hotspots, highlighting express as a list of IWWMS in what ways might, and selection in terms of ownership criteria. Problem owners' motivation and ability to influence it, and outlook criteria. Urgency, familiarity, stability. Divergent techniques focusing uses what ways might IWWMS to highlight key problems and consider ownership, who's responsible, and outlook urgency, how important. For example of IWWM, in what was might incomplete project affects student grades and learning. Stage 2 data finding. Gather information about the problem. Divergent techniques include 5 Ws and H. Who, why, what, when, where, and how. And listing or once. Sources and data. List all your information once as a series of questions. For each list possible sources, answers, the follow this up, and for each source, list what you found. For example, to address late project and ask who is handing them in late. What is causing the delay? What are projects typically late? Why are they late? How can we improve this? Divergent techniques again include identifying hotspots, highlighting, mind mapping to sort and classify the information gathered, and also restating the problem in the light of the richer understanding. IK findings organize information, mind map, chart, and refine the problem statement.
Stage 3. Problem finding. Convert a fuzzy statement of the problem into a broad statement more suitable for idea finding. In this stage, our goal is to take an unclear problem and turn it into a clear and actionable statement. To do this, we use two main techniques. Stage 4. Idea finding. Generate as many ideas as possible. Idea finding, where the goal is to generate as many ideas or solutions as possible. This also has two parts. Number 1, divergence. Divergence using any very wide range of idea generating techniques. The general rules of classic brainstorming. such as differing judgment, are likely to underpin all of this. In this step, we use a variety of idea-generating techniques. It uses brainstorming to generate as many ideas as possible. Deferred judgment, meaning we don't criticize or evaluate ideas right away. This helps us think freely and come up with creative solutions. Number 2, convergence can again involve hotspots or mind mapping, the combining of different ideas and the short listing of the most promising handful, perhaps with some thought for the more obvious evaluation criteria but not over restrictively. Convergence. After brainstorming, we need to narrow down and organize the ideas. We do this by grouping similar ideas together. This is called mind mapping or finding hotspots. Then, selecting the most promising ideas based on some basic criteria, but we need to avoid being too strict at this stage.
Stage 5 Solution Finding. Generate and select obvious evaluation criteria using and contraction cycle and develop, which may include combining the short listed ideas from ideas, finding as much as you can in the light of these criteria, then OPT for the best of these improved ideas. So, there is a stage 5 ma'am, solution finding. This stage involves evaluating and selecting the best ideas from previous brainstorming seasons using specific criteria. It encourages refining and improving ideas, often by combining them or comparing their potential benefits through tools like comparison tables. Stage 6 Acceptance Finding. How can the suggestion you have just selected be made up to standard and put into practice? Shun negativity and continue to apply deferred judgment. Problems are exposed to be solved, not to dishearten progress. Action plan are better developed in small groups of 2 to 3 rather than and a large group unless you particularly what commitment be the whole group, particularly for people problems. It is often worth developing several alternative action plans. Possible techniques include Dire naman sa stage 6 ma'am, acceptance finding. This step ensures that the chosen solution is practical and ready for implementation. It emphasizes teamwork and small groups and the creation of action plans to address potential obstacles.